their presence known over there at 43rd, and I thought that the crowd had started to disperse. It looked like they had just sought out new areas here to cause trouble, and at least the firefighters here are able to try to get these blazes under control, but they both are continuing to burn at this point. Jet Beauty and the O'Reilly Auto Parts store on fire here at 35th Street in Burleigh, and over here on the other side at 43rd Street and Sherman, or 43rd Street in Burleigh, that fire continues to burn uncontrolled at the gas station. Not much left of it, as a matter of fact. You can see just a few embers still smoldering. The walls are pretty much all that remain, and the burning insides. There's a couple of vehicles that it looks like most of those vehicles have burned up. Just a little bit of glow from them at this point. Milwaukee police still in the neighborhood here. We see the bus shelters have been torn out of the ground and tossed into the street. One of the traffic signals was knocked over into the street as well. A dumpster thrown out. 3 of the 4 bus shelters here on the corner have been pulled out and tossed into the street. So the unrest continues, and it seems like it's now spreading east from this intersection here at 43rd Street and Burleigh, now over to the intersection of 35th Street and Burleigh. Back to you.
And Matt, you're doing a really good job of breaking this all down for us, but for people not familiar with the area, give us an idea of the perimeter we're talking here. A few blocks, more than that, how big?
All right, so 43rd Street over to 35th, that's 9 blocks that way, and it doesn't seem like much of it has gone more than a block or 2 to the west at this point, so it seems like you're concentrating in that area. So you got about 9 blocks from 43rd Street over, and about 2 or 3 blocks north or south of Sherman Park seems to be where most of the activity is taking place at this point. Milwaukee police have since started to move further down Sherman Boulevard. You can see now we have officers here on the south side of it blocking off traffic. We still have a large police presence there right where the gas station continues to burn. We saw the officers and new squads rush to this intersection after the second building caught fire, and you can see they now have a squad car at each of the intersections, but you'll also notice that the corners are still packed with individuals as well, and you can see this is far from over.
Matt, I know it's dark outside again, but and we reported earlier that some of the people who had been gathering outside had the crowds had started to dissipate a little bit. But are you seeing any type of civilian presence or possible any type of people presence near some of those fires that are raging near the O'Reilly Auto Parts and that beauty supply store?
Yep, that's the intersection that I was just showing you, Burleigh and 35th. There's still a handful of people standing around on the corners that were in some of the billowing smoke at this point. I'll zoom right back in now. You can see still a couple of dozen people there at the corner. Milwaukee police now making their presence, and about 5 or 6 people on the opposite corner here, maybe a dozen on that corner as well. And this is right where those 2 new fires sprouted up. And again, Milwaukee firefighters trying to get to those. It looks like they're having access to them and being able to actually fight this fire at this point without any duress. We've seen them actually get their hoses strung out here, and they've actually got a couple of water towers up. Looks like an electrical fire now here at the back half of the building, at the Jet Beauty building, again, across the street from the O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Still, that O'Reilly Auto Parts store, firefighters working on it. They've got the water tower up. They've got the hoses out. Looks like they're getting at it from a couple of different sides at this point. But check it out. The fire still continues to burn, still showing out that front window, and it's cooked probably about a half of the roof at this point has collapsed or been consumed by the blaze. So the fire still continue to rage here. Now, this is new in addition to all the unrest that we saw over here on the other side of the neighborhood at 43rd Street and Burleigh. This is at 35th Street in Burleigh. Again, that fire at the gas station, not much left of it there, but it is still continuing to burn. The gas station, a total loss at this point. That has been burned to the ground. Milwaukee police still have a heavy presence in the neighborhood. And right now, it looks like more police than neighbors here standing on the corner at this point. But again, we thought that earlier. And what they had done is just ducked into the darker corners where we really can't see them and resurfaced in another part of town and started a couple of new fires. So I'll continue to keep my eye out and let you know if any new trouble pops up, guys. Back to you.
Matt, thank you so much.
So right now, just so you know, the area we're talking about, 35th and Burleigh, 3 buildings now on fire, a gas station, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Jet Beauty, as Matt is reporting there from the chopper. We also are calling more crews in tonight, trying to keep you as informed as possible. We do have Nick Moore on the phone for us. So Nick, we know